The first thing that we do here is we connect B and C in a pair. This is a keyword based pair, so it can easily be connected. Statement B tells us saving money is a prime, of course, but advocates claim that strategy also enters into the equation. Outsourcing has moved up the food chain, says Frank J. Casale, CEO of the Outsourcing Institute, a Jericho, New York-based professional association of more than 26,000 outsourcing executives. We don't need to read the rest of this statement. Two key aspects here. The first one is outsourcing. We'll come to that in a moment. Then we see that Frank Casale has been introduced in these lines. Then C continues this argument by stating Casale contends outsourcing has become a management tool, freeing companies to build upon their core competencies by leaving. Again, we don't need to read any further. We can check here. The argument of Casale is further continued. We also talk about outsourcing. And we realize from the rest of the statements that outsourcing is actually the central idea of this particular paragraph. So B and C form a pair in that order. Let's put that here. Next, we can easily place statement A also, because statement A actually introduces outsourcing. Many companies are outsourcing a growing list of functions that include purchasing and disbursement, order entry, billing and collection, human resource administration, cash, etc. Again, what functions are being outsourced, that list is given. We don't need that. We see many companies are outsourcing a growing list of functions. This is introductory of outsourcing. And we have already noticed, we have already located how B and C, they both talk about outsourcing. And outsourcing is the key aspect, the common thread, the central idea that runs through these lines. That means A must precede B and C, the pair BC. So we place A here before B and C. Now we only need to place statement D. D says, a survey conducted by CFO Magazine and AMR Research found that business process outsourcing, or BPO, has already become popular among companies of all sizes for a variety of reasons and will likely gain steam in the months ahead. So we find that this is also talking about outsourcing. Even by general to specific, we have outsourcing mentioned here, what functions are being outsourced. And then again, we have the specific of business process outsourcing, or BPO, that is mentioned here. So this should come after A. This connects with B because B gives us, or B begins with, the objectives of outsourcing. Saving money is a prime, of course, but advocates claim that strategy also enters into the equation. Outsourcing has moved up the food chain. This is exactly the argument made by statement B. It says it has already become popular among companies and will likely gain steam in the months ahead. Outsourcing has moved up the food chain. This is, of course, stated by Frank Casale. So this is a much more specific example, while these are general phrases in statement D. Become popular among companies, will likely gain steam in the months ahead. That means that D has to come after A, because D is talking about outsourcing in specific, and outsourcing has been introduced in A. And then again, D also connects with B in a way that B would have to follow statement D, because B gives something a little bit, something even more specific. That is the objectives of outsourcing. So we now find that statement D comes in between these two sections, the opening statement in A and the pair BC. With that, we have the sequence ready. The correct answer is ADBC.